Well, Trump got some bad news after his CNN town hall based on something he said about E. Jean Carroll. And I want to walk through this for you now. Of course, the day before this CNN town hall, in civil court, Trump was found liable of sexually abusing E. Jean Carroll and defaming her. After being found after being found to have by a jury sexually abused and defamed someone, he goes on to repeat the very same things that got him that result on the defamation side on national television. And so I'll show you this moment quickly to remind you what this looked like, and then we'll dive into the reporting on E. Jean Carroll considering suing him again.
Usually you leave office, you say, I'm sorry, but I'm going to back home. I'm back home to my family and everything. I'm going to be resigned. My poll numbers went up, and they went up with the other fake charge too. Because what's happening is they're doing this for election interference. This woman, I don't know her. I never met her. I have no idea who she is. I had a picture taken years ago with her and her husband. Nice.
And then he goes on to repeat many of the same denials we've heard from him many times on this subject. Quickly, before we dive into the reporting, it's strange that he keeps saying, I've never met her. But he'll admit that there's a photo of them talking. You've met her. Maybe you're saying you don't know her meaningfully. You haven't become friends with her or something like that. You don't know her well, but you have met her for sure based on the photo that you're referencing, y'all talking. But here's this from the New York Times. E. Jean Carroll may sue Trump a third time after vile comments on CNN. When former President Donald J. Trump was inveighing against E. Jean Carroll on CNN Wednesday night, at least one person was not watching, Miss Carroll. She was asleep and did not learn of his comments, calling her claim of a decades-old sexual assault fake and a made-up story until Thursday morning when her lawyer sent her a transcript, she said. It's just stupid. It's just disgusting, vile, foul. It wounds people, Miss Carroll said in an interview with the New York Times. And then she added that she has been, quote, insulted by better people. I like that. And then down here it says, Ms. Carroll is now weighing whether to file a new defamation lawsuit against Mr. Trump, said her lawyer, Roberta A. Kaplan. In addition to the case that ended Tuesday, Ms. Carroll has an earlier defamation suit against Mr. Trump that's still pending. Mr. Trump has argued in that case that he cannot be sued because he made those comments in his official capacity as president. So she's considering suing him once again for those comments on CNN, which, if I understand, it's probably brutal to go through that process of suing Trump, and you're going to get attacked in so many different ways. And so I don't take that lightly. But if she's up for it, it makes sense why you would do that, because clearly he hasn't learned his lesson. And I was watching the town hall with a friend, and when that moment took place, I turned to him and was kind of asking, or we were talking about why she should sue again if she's up for it. Because wouldn't that be the easiest thing to prove on the defamation side, to say, listen, a court found that he had been defamatory to her, and then the day after he goes on, he knows that that was considered defamation by this jury, and he does it again on CNN, on national television, and all of the reasons why his initial statements about the E. Jean Carroll accusations were damaging to E. Jean Carroll, and the brutal experience that brought onto her. It's going to happen again, especially when he's saying it on national television. And once again, I say, he knew that those claims would be considered defamation because they were just considered to be that, just found to be that after this trial. And so it seems like a relatively simple case to bring forward. He repeated things that already have been found to be defamatory. Obviously, I'm sure you'd have to go through the whole process again and prove it again, but really, really well. And he needs to continue being held accountable for these types of statements. And so maybe rack up even more millions of dollars that he has to pay out to E. Jean Carroll. I would definitely support that. Well, on this, his lawyer, Alina Habba, got asked recently on CNN about possible future legal troubles that Trump could get in after the E. Jean Carroll verdict, with other women who have accused him of sexual assault. And the moment that took place during this interview was just so wild that I wanted to show it to you.
My final question to you is, I mentioned that there are 15 women altogether who have alleged that Trump sexually harassed or assaulted them. Are you concerned that more
Are we talking
of
about
this,
2016? Hold on.
Are you concerned
I have
that
not
all
gotten a
told,
complaint
all
from
told,
15 women.
all told, that not that you've gotten complaints that have come public, that have become public. Are you concerned that this
Since
case
20,
that we've
are you
seen
talking
today,
about 2016? Is that
are
the
you
desperation
concerned,
that we're at right now?
Are you concerned that the case that we saw today, that it is maybe just the beginning, that other criminal action could be in the
Alina Habba always just puts off some weird vibes.
future?
No,
Not at
I
all.
think you're concerned that he's going to win, which is why you're bringing up 2016 things, because you have nothing to bring up. That's what I think you're concerned. And you should be concerned. He's leading in the polls.
Okay. I'm a journalist. I am not concerned about anything. I'm asking you, as one of his attorneys, about things that are out there, and in
Okay.
addition to what you
Since
are here to talk.
2016, is that what we're talking about? Great.
I'm talking
are you
about
talking about
things that are-
20? Give me a year. These 15 women. Are we talking about 2016 when he was
It's-
running and almost won and then did win?
It is not relevant what you're talking about.
It is
about the dates.
relevant.
No,
you
it's
just
not.
asked me about 15 women. I don't have
Yes.
15 women that have come forth with a claim.
Okay.
Where are they? I don't have them.
Why would the women come to you? Hey, Trump's lawyer, I want to confide in you this accusation I have.
I
You're
didn't say
talking
that
about
they
something
came.
from
I didn't say
2016
that they
and they
came
didn't bring a
forward with
claim.
the claim. I said that they have made
No, you
public
did.
statements. I said they have made public statements, and my
In
question
2016,
was, are you concerned
and you
about
have
this?
nothing for
Okay.
2024.
Thank you. Thank you
No.
for your time.
No. What is happening? She said you have nothing for 2024. He hasn't been accused of anything in the last year. So, what do you think of that?
I very much appreciate it, and I hope to talk soon
you.
because there's a lot more to discuss as you
Hope
go on
so.
with your appeal.
So, again, I say, party of family values. You have been saying to me and the world for so long, we are the party of family values. We, especially when it comes time to ridicule other people and discriminate against other people for not living the life that you think they should be living and who they love or their gender identity. You say it's because of our values, our family values. Please explain. Please explain for me how Trump falls into that worldview. This guy, do you really think all of the accusations, all the jurors in this particular case finding that Trump had sexually abused a woman, and some of the jurors were conservative, all of it, it's just a big deep state conspiracy to make Trump look bad? Really? Really? Come on. Snap out of it. But yeah, that's what people think. And somehow so many individuals can walk around thinking that they're being logically consistent, saying that they're the party of family values and standing by that guy who, aside from all the accusations against him and that verdict and all of it, just the things he said on tape about women in particular, it is just so bonkers, guys. The way that the GOP has now just completely been taken over by Trump, and it violates all the principles, but whatever. I guess the only principle is the attainment of and the acquiring of power. But even Trump's not good at that with his multiple losses. Who knows?